No problem. All units stand by. 7-0 receiving a 34 with a weapon, 1549 East 18th Street, 1549 East 18th.
Oh, Adam.
7-0 Adam.
Take control to 53. We'll take 34. You have anything on that?
Going back to apartment 3 Adam on the 4th floor. A female closest happened 5 minutes ago. Her husband was having a dispute with the neighbor. Husband stated that he was being attacked by the neighbor's dog.
All business condition.
10-5?
Where, man? Sounds like 52. We'll check it out.
10-4, arrive alive.
All business condition. Still is active.
10-4, arrive alive.
Hey everyone, it is Mad Lab Press back, and I want to put out a video today, and it's going to be part 2 of Toronto cops behaving badly. This is just basically a video I want to show everybody from reactions from around the city, especially from Premier Ford, our ex-Wonder Mayor John Tory, and John Reid from the Toronto Police Association. Now, it truly blows my mind that people in power in the city, like Doug Ford, for instance, who's the premier, says I'm creepy. John Tory says I'm creepy because I'm using glasses that have video camera in them, as well as John Reid, who's the master denier. So if these people want to deny and call other people out because they're trying to do the right thing, then I'm going to call them out, and I'm going to show you what's in their past.
We need to support our police, and that goes for this morning too. That video going around, you know, let's support our police. Let's thank them rather than getting Google glasses and trying to, you know, harass our police. That's what I call it, was harassment. And why don't you say thank you, shake their hands, and keep going. And by the way, next time you're at a coffee shop, I'll run in and buy you a coffee. It's kind of creepy, the guys walking around with these Google glasses. It might be the thing, but I find it pretty creepy. Imagine some guy walking down the street, videotaping everything you had. Now they're using the glasses. Anyways, I support our police, and as far as I'm concerned, they did nothing wrong today. I absolutely love them.
Well, look at that. Doug Ford's son-in-law is a police officer in Toronto. I guess that's why he has a vested interest in the Toronto Police Service, don't you think?
I have a question for the Premier. Premier, last summer there was a stag and doe that took place at your home in Toronto, a fundraiser for your daughter, according to reports that we've developed. I'm wondering, there were people at that home of yours who were developers who were asked to make sizable contributions. One source told us that that amount was $1,000 and that it was, quote, dodgy. I'm wondering whether you'd be prepared to disclose which developers were at your home for that fundraiser, and how you assure the people of Ontario that you can put your personal life and public policy apart, and that one has nothing to do with the other.
Now we come to Mr. Tory, who is the mayor of Toronto, who had an affair with a 31-year-old staffer. He was her boss at the time, and he was 68 years old and married. So who's creepy, John? Me or you?
I want to update Torontonians on a difficult personal matter. During the pandemic, I developed a relationship with an employee in my office in a way that did not meet the standards to which I hold myself as mayor and as a family man. The relationship ended by mutual consent earlier this year. During the course of our relationship, some time ago, the employee decided to pursue employment outside City Hall and secured a job elsewhere.
A parting gift. Her middle finger at the civilian.
I'm not your bro. I'm not your bro. It's a green light. You guys just missed the whole light cycle.
The Toronto Police Association says they are aware of the incident.
When you see situations like this where people are literally coming after our officers, you know, trying to bait them into interactions and negative reactions as well. And obviously, this individual here ends up having a discussion with the officers at the car and then proceeds to somehow follow them to another situation.
This guy's been on the pipe. I don't know what video he watched, but I'm going to show you what really happened, because the statements that come out of John Reed's mouth are ridiculous, and he's a liar. I'm going to show you what happened in the video. I walked away from the officers. So before he opens his mouth, he really should do his research, because he looks really stupid right now.
Morning. Have a good day.
Now, as you can see, I'm walking away from those cops. It was like a 30-second, 40-second conversation I had with them, but I'm walking away from them. I'm walking to my car. So how am I following them, John Reed? They're following me. As soon as I get to this corner and I turned around, there they are. So the video I put out was on Friday, August 2nd, I believe. And the next day, which was Saturday evening, the Toronto police again made the news. This time, an undercover officer pushed a man so hard, he fell back and cracked his skull. I'm going to show you the whole video now, and Mr. Reed's reaction to that assault by the Toronto police.
Concerns are being raised over a Toronto police officer's use of force after a bystander was pushed to the ground and seriously hurt by an undercover cop. It all happened Saturday evening while a suspected drug dealer was being arrested in this downtown alleyway. This is the moment the civilian was knocked to the ground by an undercover police officer who suddenly charges at him. The man falls back and hits his head on the concrete and appears to be unconscious for quite some time. People rush to his aid and call 911, while the plainclothes officer in the light gray shirt turns away to assist his colleagues with making the arrest. Eventually, the injured civilian is taken away by ambulance. The video also shows the moments leading up to the push. Several undercover officers are holding an individual to the ground. The suspect can be heard yelling, "Get off of me." The passerby takes notice and calmly walks over. He puts his hand on one of the officers, which is quickly swatted away. Two of the arresting officers then pull out their badges to identify themselves as police. And as the man begins stepping back, this is when the cop in the gray shirt rushes into the frame. We shared this video with Toronto police. They would not comment, but the police union did get back to us, telling City News in a statement, while arresting a person for possession and trafficking of fentanyl, another person interfered with the actions of the police officers. When the man refused to leave, an altercation took place with another police officer. It went on to say that if a person involves themselves in police operations, it creates an unpredictability in a situation that is already tense and volatile.
Based upon what I'm seeing, to me, it constitutes an unprovoked violent assault.
Former chair of the Toronto Police Services Board, Alec Mukherjee, also watched the video over several times and tells me the officer's actions are very alarming.
There's no two ways about it in my mind. It's because the man was standing quietly. He may be saying some things, but that he did not interfere, did not make any effort to get into a fight with anybody who was there. Once, I presume, they told him what was going on, he backed off. He was watching. That's all he was doing.
Now this on Reddit. This happened on Saturday, August 10th. Once again, Toronto police officer parked in a bike lane, grabbing the old Timmy's coffee. I guess they don't learn after my video, so I'm going to have to keep putting more videos out and more videos showing this type of corruption. And look at this. We even have him in line waiting to buy his cup of Java and his Boston cream donut. And now, a few parting words from Premier Doug Ford.
Mr. Ford, are we heading to another lockdown? Oh, well, I'm going to be making that announcement around fucking 1 p.m., but, not going to be a lockdown. It's going to be more of a shutdown, you know what I mean? All right, boys? That one's for the mandams there out in Six Buzz. But, yeah, pretty much we've just been shoveling fucking Timmies in my mouth. I just had about 3 bacon and eggers, and yeah, that's about it. I'm pretty much done, probably for the day. Make the announcement, go home, take a big dump, and, yeah, try to support local business. And by local business, I mean large companies. Premier Ford, what do you have to say to the thousands of local and small businesses that are now out of work and can't open their doors? Well, the thing is, if you're a small business and you're struggling right now, what I want you to know is that we don't give a fuck about you at all, and we hope you all die, all right? Is that what you want to hear? Now let me go and have a double-double, and because that's what brings me happiness.